So Tommy is finally back. He's leaving New York behind, so we're gonna pick up with Tommy after Power Book 2 Ghost Season 1 Episode 10, just after he came back and failed to kill Tasha. But Tommy's still hurting. He's hurting from Lakeisha, Holly, Ghost, all of their deaths. And in this exclusive clip, we see him at crossroads. We see him driving down, turning from dark to light. And you can really feel this emotion from Tommy and how much pain he's in. Ghost was a huge part of Tommy's life because they grew up together from a young age. They built this huge empire, albeit because Ghost sent Kanan away. But let's just say, they did pretty good for two knuckleheads who grew up in the street. And we saw Ghost looking on at just what they achieved. But the story between Ghost and Tommy took twists and turns, with a lot of loss of loved ones on both sides, and where they were even trying to kill each other at one point. But when all is said and done, they were all his brothers, and we can feel the pain which leads him into taking the turn to Chicago. So why Chicago? Now, I definitely have a theory which involves JP Gibbs, which I'm going to run through in this video. But in this video, we're going to run through all things episode 1, breaking down the synopsis with what we can expect and who we're going to see. Because there's going to be some new players in a new city. There's Diamond, Jenard, the Flynn family, Simon McDougal, Gloria, and JP Gibbs, and probably some more. So we're going to run through some quotes with what we can expect and some images from episode 1 as well. But let's run through the synopsis for a short fuse and a long memory, which reads on his journey to LA. Tommy stops in Chicago, only to discover shocking news about his family. Tommy must decide whether he's gonna force his skeletons back in the closet or put down the roots in the Windy City. So that's the synopsis, and Tommy will be completely out of his comfort zone because New York is all he's ever known. But now he's a free agent with no ties to anyone, and Joseph Sikora said, there's no backup, there's nobody to call, he's gotta do it himself. He's gotta build from here. And how exactly does Tommy put everything together? How did Tommy get to be the Tommy that we saw in episode 1 of Power? And now we're gonna get to see Tommy put things together and make his own organization. So this is what we can expect from Tommy Egan. But we're gonna start with his family, and this was probably one of the reasons why he took the turn to Chicago. So I do think we're gonna be introduced to Tommy's family, and maybe some old heads, and coming to my theory, JP Gibbs. Now, the way in which JP grabbed Tommy in the official trailer that we saw, this was a grab of someone saying, hold up 1 second, I know you from somewhere, where do I know you from? We see Tommy getting up in his face, but later they're up against Tommy's car and talking. And the reason why I think there's a deeper connection here between JP Gibbs and Tommy is because of JP's character description. It's a very similar background to the troubles that Ghost's father faced, with how his father was being attacked by local gang members. So I do think there's a deeper connection of some sort between JP and Tommy, and where Tommy will stick around to possibly help him. But Tommy definitely brings trouble as well, so I think coming back into the life of JP will bring trouble for JP at some point as well. But Tommy is someone who definitely needs a drink after everything that he's been through. He's also someone who loves his food, especially Jamaican dishes, and someone who can cook Michelin level Jamaican food is Gloria. So one of the scenes that we're gonna see in episode 1 is Tommy meeting Gloria at a bar, and Gloria can probably see the hurt that's in Tommy's eyes, and that's because she seems like someone who's had a very similar trauma in her life, and maybe this is something we'll learn more about as season 1 goes on. But Gloria is someone who's gonna be Tommy's love interest, but can Tommy love again after everything that he's been through? Let's not forget, it hasn't even been that long since he lost Lakeisha, so we're gonna see him looking at a photo of Lakeisha and Cash, but he's also gotta put them in his past. But with Gloria, her life seems like it's complex in so many ways. She seems like she's got an on-off relationship with Vic Flynn, which is definitely one of the reasons why I think Tommy and Vic will be at odds with each other, and also because Walter Flynn will definitely take a liking to Tommy. So with that being said, let's talk about the Flynn family, because Tommy's going to be warned very early on that he doesn't want to be messing with the Flynn family, and it's probably best to leave Chicago after pissing off the Flynns. And this is typical Tommy. What has Tommy done to piss off the Flynn family? We know he's gonna save Jenard, but also bounce with his papers and drugs. And he's also gonna leave his mark on Simon McDougal. So let's talk about Simon. Now, Simon seems to be the muscle for the Flynn family, and someone who doesn't seem to be afraid to make his presence felt. And he looks like he's causing trouble already. And with him being the muscle to the Flynn family, he's definitely gonna get into a lot of trouble, fights, and beef, which means he's gonna come up against Tommy. And even though the Flynn family and Simon don't know who Tommy is, they're about to find out, because Simon will definitely have Christmas cancelled for him. Now, I don't think Simon will be an early death in Power Book 4 Force, but Tommy will be killing someone, because Joseph Sikora teased this in an interview. But that's Simon McDougal, who will definitely get what's coming to him in the first episode. And this brings me on to the Flynn family. At the head of the Flynn family, we have Walter Flynn, then Vic, and Claude Flynn, who seems like she may or may not be in some sort of relationship with Tommy. But Walter Flynn, he's been at the head of the game for around 30 years. And we all know normal drug dealers either end up dead or in jail, so for him to last long, he's done something right. But it's all about to change once Tommy pisses off the Flynn family. Based on the trailer, Walter's gonna ask Claude to find out what she can find out about the mystery man, Tommy Egan. And when they come face to face, Tommy will tell Walter that he's already in hell. And I do think this is why Walter will take a liking to Tommy, because he was once a younger version of Tommy himself, and it's gonna cause a fractious relationship with Vic, as we see Vic and Claude together. And Claude is someone who will probably show from the beginning that she's after this power, someone who's not afraid to roll with the heavy hitters, so she is definitely one to watch as well. But let's talk about the Samson brothers, because these are two characters who I described in a tweet as two brothers who will definitely be fan favorites, and Joseph Sikora replied with, "I approve." But Diamond, he's someone who's we're gonna first see in prison, and in a recent interview, he said that he's someone who cuts hair. He also has his mentor and father figure type of character who's in prison, who guides him along the right path. So Diamond is gonna be a changed man compared to when he went first inside, and it's been 15 years, and his brother Janard is gonna be there when he is released from prison. But when someone is released back into society, after being inside for that long, it is normal for them to go through this period of adjustment, because things won't be the same before Diamond went inside. So he's going to be coming out of prison with Janard as the leader of his organization that he built, and he wants to take the reins back. So along with Diamond having to adjust, I think we're going to see a period of adjustment for Janard as well, because for 15 years, he's been running shit and he's been doing things all his way, and now all of a sudden, they're going to be doing things Diamond's way. So who knows, there may be some conflict between the two brothers. Now it does seem like Diamond is more of the calm one, and Janard, he's the wild one, so I do expect a lot of action when it comes to Janard. But they are Chicago Brothers Incorporated, and we're gonna see Diamond taking Janard to a barbershop where things began for them, so it seems like we're gonna see and hear a bit of backstory when it comes to the Samson brothers. But Janard is also gonna tell Diamond that this Casper the Ghost saved his gun jamming ass, but also bounced with his paper and drugs. So Tommy is definitely gonna leave his impression on Janard, and he's definitely gonna make some enemies, 3 to be precise. But from the trailers and teasers, it seems like Diamond and Tommy seem to be getting along, but Tommy's a free agent and he doesn't work for anyone, and the Chicago Brothers Incorporated believe that nobody can last long in these streets on their own. But I think they're about to find out who Tommy is. But there is also going to be this period of adaptation for Tommy as well, but he's clocking Diamond City. But moving away from Diamond and Janard, could we see some old Power characters returning? For example 2-Bit, who we've not seen on Power Book 2 Ghost as of yet. Or even Juliana, who was in the very first episode of Power. After she had her face slashed, she was moved from the streets into Ghost and Tommy's cash houses, where Tommy wanted to ice the chick, but Ghost kept her alive. And we've seen in Power Book 2 Ghost, if you're not dead, then there's always a chance you can come back. So I do wonder if we'll see familiar faces and crossovers. And that's a wrap with a preview of episode 1. Not much in terms of the storyline, because we don't know what we're gonna get apart from what we've seen in the trailers, teasers, images, and interviews. But you definitely get the vibes that this is Power. It feels like the OG Power vibes are returning, and Tommy's back. So drop all your thoughts and predictions for episode 1. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 4 Force and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.